Hi guys, my name is Diego, and in this video I would like to give you a quick tutorial on how to play the song The One That Got Away on drums for our jam session. So line one is going to be fairly simple. In this song, one of the things is to probably count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and really pay attention to the 4 and. That's dividing 4 into 2 syllables so we can keep track of the second one because we're going to have kick on the second part of the syllable. Line 1 sounds like this: 1, 2, 3, 4 and 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 1. So what I'm doing there, of course, is I'm putting a kick on 4, so I'm doing 4 and that's important too. If you need to practice it slowly, make sure that you are saying those syllables so you can keep track of where you are. Now if we go to line 2 is where you're going to be doing for the verses, verse 1 and chorus 1. So this is not a super complicated pattern, it's a basic beat, but we need to add a kick on the end of 4. So the ideal is to count it 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Now your end of 4 goes at the same time than a hi-hat, so make sure that those two do play at the same time. And we definitely want you to, of course, practice this ideally with a click of some sort. So you can go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Remember that as a drummer, you're the little bit of the motor of the band. It's important for you to always be steady. I have a little track that I have here, so I'm going to play a couple of bars so you guys can see it almost in context with the song. It will be... So that gives you an idea of how the pattern goes. Of course, practice. Make sure that your hands are relaxed, that your hi-hats are very steady, especially in the type of movement that you're doing, so you don't get tired, because it's going to be it's a 3.5-minute song, I believe. So let's talk about the second verse. And right before the second verse, you go back to the intro by doing kick, snare, and then we change into a different pattern. So the same idea, but now we're going to be doing quarter notes on the hi-hat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. And there, one thing that we see is that it's a little bit challenging for students to separate the kick, because now my kick doesn't go with my right hand. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. So it's almost that kick goes separate. Practice it slowly, say those syllables, make sure that when you say 4 and, it's only a kick without the hi-hat. It is absolutely normal if you need to go super slow. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. And if you need to do that with the metronome, that's fine. Slowly get it cranked up on speed so you can play it with the recording. Now we have a stop. So after you do technically 7 measures of this, we're gonna have 1 bar of no playing going into the second chorus, which is gonna be the same pattern: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. And that second chorus is actually a double chorus, so that would be 16 measures. Actually, I think well, it's a double chorus. So check there that you're gonna continue to play the pattern, because that's gonna be a little bit of time on that second pattern. So let's go to the bridge. And the line that says bridge, it's pretty much the same as the verses, the second verse, but we're actually moving from the hi-hat and doing that on the right cymbal. So same idea that you're separating the kick, but now is going to go on the right, and we're doing that as a way to get the band to sound a little bit different on the bridge of the song, which is very normal for everyone to change a little bit the pattern. So we want you guys to go to the bridge and play on the right cymbal and do quarter notes there. Now, right after you do that, we have another bar of no playing. Very important to know where those bar happens. You can use the singer as a reference, and we're gonna go back into the last chorus, which will be again the same pattern: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. So this one, we believe that it's a fairly simple song. But one thing about it is when you play it with the pattern, make sure that your hands don't get tired, especially for the hi-hat. one of the main things that we see with students getting tired, of course, when you get tired, you normally drag the beat, I guess the tempo lower, and that makes the whole energy of the band suffer from it. So make sure that the rhythms are very steady, that the movement is very steady, and that you're using your wrist. I think one thing that we see is a lot of arm, like your arm and your elbow moving a lot. That's gonna get you tired, and you're gonna have trouble keeping up. So we hope the video was easy to follow along. Definitely play with the original recording so you guys can make sure that you can keep up. So when you come to the jam session, you can have a fun time.